Kaizer Nation, Sanbodan Bafetu, and welcome back to Football Trends with me, QB. Now, on today's video, Bafetu, I have some good and some bad news. We will get into all of that in a minute, but obviously, the only thing you can do for me, Bafetu, for now, John will go to again, and you click the video. Please do make sure to like it. Yes, people will say, but what are we liking, QB, because you haven't given us the news? Well, obviously, I'm going to give you the good news and also the bad news and some rumors that are out there in terms of Rob Frosler, Duduzim Tanzane, and last but not least, Sabelo Khatebi. Now, those are the three players that we're going to be talking about in today's video. Just to make sure to like the video, you subscribe to the channel, and also don't forget to click the bell notification so that next time when I post a new video, you get notified. Now, where do I start? Well, let me start with the bad news because I feel like I'm going to start the video with some bad news. We need to start with the bad news and it's going to be good news. So first things first, like I've said, bad news, good and bad news. Sabelo Khatebi is the player who has been terminated. Contract has been terminated by Richards Bay FC. Now, he was supposed to play there until the season ends, but it looks like they sat down and they decided, no, we no longer want or need his services. So now we're going to terminate him. And mind you guys, this is a Kaizer Chiefs Academy player and he's been promoted and now he's not getting game time, and then career yake, let's be honest, the reason why I'm saying it's bad news is because the career yake is going nowhere, and I feel like maybe if he was signed maybe under a different club, he would have gotten the game time and everything, and then Umfana Akonenje was gone and I somewhere, but unfortunately things did not unfold for him, and that is one problem that we mostly have with players being promoted to the senior team. Most of them, they end up not getting game time. I'm a contractual, and their careers, actually their future careers, they end up japilele moyeni. There was this player Tabo, I remember that guy. He got promoted and then wavelo wanyamalala. So story sakhe ngizwile, but it's something that I do not feel like revisiting Bafetu. It's not nice because it's something that I jabulisi, to be honest. So that is one problem that we are having with players being promoted to the senior team level. At least my contract, you to sign a contract, my pela, you're done, me puma, and then you find another club. But being promoted, obviously when they promote you, they won't promote you with 2 years, but they'll promote you 4, 5 years, and on that 5 years, depending on whether you are on the plans of the coach, you might not be able to even get in the starting 11 for a period of over 5 years. That is a problem. There's another player, Sangelo Zwane. I'm not sure whether he's going to be able to succeed in terms of his footballing career. Not that I'm speaking bad about the player, but it's something that we've noticed and we've seen so far with a lot of players. Done Jansen, Naye is another player who I do not know how far he's going to go. At least Eden McCarthy, I'm not too sure, but at least he's getting the McCollaps. We are going to figure on the senior team level, on the match day squad, but that is not enough. Let's be honest, that is not enough. The problem is with our team, we need to stop promoting too much players, because let's promote some players as what so that we can be able to give them what they need, because game time, that becomes a problem on his football career. It kills them mentally, spiritually, it destroys them. So that's why I'm saying what is happening with Sabelo Khatebi is literally bad news. And then before I jump to the good news, there are rumors. Let me start with the rumors. According to Eladuma Bafetu, they say that Tom Duduzim Tanzane, it looks like the club won't be bringing him back. Looks like they want to let him go. Now, he still has a year, I believe, left with us. So, if what Laduma is saying, that means Duduzim Tanzane is another player who we are going to offload. And I thought we would those players who were being given game time, they're just being given game time so that we are in a good form, and also just to be able to bring us what we need. But unfortunately, most of Kaizer players, whenever they go on loans, they do not come back. Once I go loan, you do not come back. The only player who's been to loans and back was Itakwini Kapufetu. I don't know how he uses his things, but definitely Zitequinica is one player who's been on loans and he's been with the club for Iskati Eside, the longest time ever. So yeah, we will see what is going to happen if ever those rumors are true. But for now, Bafethu, like I've said, let's just quickly jump to the good news. It's not the video with some bad news. Now, the good news is for Ref Rosler Bafethu. Now, it's been weeks and we've talked about Ref Rosler with the Kaizer, and Ref Rosler are negotiating a new contract deal in terms of contract target, because Manje, his older contract is coming to an end, and then they need to make sure we still have our services working out. Let me be honest and blunt, Bafethu. Ref Rosler has or is a crucial player when it comes to Kaizer Chiefs currently, because even though sometimes corner those moments where people felt like no, he's not giving us much, but let's be honest, Ref Rosler, he's and always been a very crucial player when it comes to Kaizer Chiefs. So yes, we definitely do need him. We can sign a player, but obviously we still need the services of Ref Rosler. And again, if ever we're going to start playing for the CAF, whether it's CAF Confederation or the CAF Champions League, we need to make sure. It feels like I'm dreaming when I say CAF Champions League, but I think it's possible. Bafethu, anything is possible. So, like I'm saying, Ref Rosler, very important. And now they have discussed in terms of 3 years. Bafuna niggas are 3 years in terms of the deal that is expiring in June. Bafuna extender with 3 years. So at least if he can stay for 3 years, Sazwood is going to probably retire at Kaizer Chiefs, but I don't have a problem as long as he's going to be available and not be sidelined too much with injuries, because so far we've seen right back position too many injuries. So I don't know what is going to happen in terms of Rosler, whether he's going to stay for those 3 years, but reports coming in from trusted sources, it looks like 3 years have been put in motion for the guy to sign. So if he's happy about that deal, then I feel like he should take it. I don't know, maybe he still has plans to somewhere, but I feel like he should take it, and hopefully it doesn't become a problem with injuries, because injuries is something that we've encountered so many times, and it's been a problem because the on the starting 11 because of those injuries. So if we can have those players and then find good backups for them, or good players who can play with them and compete. Well, one thing I feel like is lacking at Kaizer Chiefs currently is competition. We need to have competition for each and every position, so that each and every player has a chance as Utimela span, because sometimes the players do not give it their all, and that bothers me, because you can't be playing one game, you are the best of the best, and then the next game you are no longer that player who used to play on the first game. So that is a problem that we've been facing. I hope the coaches, the mental whatever everything but I remember we've spoken a lot about Dr. Kumalo being at least someone who's going to offer a mentality guidance on the players. Yeah, it's not happening, but I wish he could be there, and then just to offer them that guidance and jita and help in terms of the players, so that they can have that fighting spirit each and every game. Not to you treat this game because now you're playing a different opponent, you treat it as something like I feel like that's why they're so relaxed, and that's why a lot of them is because they treat teams the way they are, but you do not need to treat teams the way you think they are. You need to treat teams, each and every game that you play, you need to fight like it's your last. You need to make sure that you play like it's your last game, like you're playing a final, a cup final. You need to make sure that each and every game that you play, you are fighting to make sure you win that game with, I don't know how many goals you need, but I know we've been struggling with that. And ngisafuna nje ukuyojika kahle phela Shorena ngibone ukuthi kahle kahle yenziwani when it comes to goal post shooting. But anyways, I believe this is it. Perfect. To those are the news that I had for you on today's video. Please, if you have something to say, don't forget to leave it down in the comment section below. And also, like a video, peace.